Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another Ferret's First Take. Now, today we're looking at a series that I really couldn't wait to get in the mail when I first ordered it. And here we have it. It's here. I've had it for a little while now, probably a few weeks. But it's the ancient Magus Bride. Now, I didn't know anything about this series going in. I never even heard of it until I actually saw it at Books A Million, and I immediately went home and ordered it off of another site because I didn't want to pay full retail for it. But anyway, so the Magus Bride. A few things definitely to say about it. First of all, the art is striking. Now, so the art, it's like vibrant and not at the same time. It has parts where it's very heavily sketchy almost and darker looking, and then you have the times basically where it almost seems lighter. And basically, so before I get too ahead of myself here, the story revolves around Chise, I'm assuming that's probably what her name is, Hattori. And so Chise Hattori is basically a very troubled young lady. She is an orphan at this point. She's troubled by basically visions, and she sees things like creatures or monsters or that kind of thing. And so basically, as far as the story you get, she is basically sold into inhuman slavery. So she's basically bought off a market. There's demons and creatures and mystical creatures and all these crazy things bidding on her, and she is supposedly a high ticketed item. So the question, I guess, is why? And so that's kind of like the first thing you have. And obviously, as you can see from the cover, or maybe if I'll put up a couple pictures so you guys can see, she's bought by, I'm going to get this name wrong, so just bear with me. I think it's Elias Answorth, or it's Onsworth, something like that. And so he also goes by several different names through the series, as you'll find. I'll just stick with this one for now. So basically, he is a mage. He is an old, ancient mage. People really almost revere him as the shut-in that no one ever sees, and he pays a ridiculous price to buy her. So basically, he buys her, and she has no idea. She's basically being sold into slavery. She's not sure exactly what's going to be going on here. But basically, he buys her and tells her, "You are going to be my apprentice." And so, basically, you can say she lucked out, for one thing. So, basically, Elias is a very interesting creature. I was about to say man, but by the way, he's got the coolest design I've seen in a long time. His skull face with his demon type or not deer antlers, but more not elk. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember. It's creature antlers. I don't know. Anyway, he's got a really awesome design. He can also transform and disguise himself as a human male because he's a mage. So basically, he tells her that she has great power, and he refers to her as a sleigh buggy or beggy. I can't remember which it is now. Was it a U or an E? I'm not sure. And so she can basically see fairies or spirits and demons and things, and she has an enormous amount of this energy that she almost is constantly getting off of it, because in this series she's basically going to be a mage or a witch or however you want to refer to it yourself. And so he's taking her as his apprentice and all this stuff. But it's not people have magic in this world. Basically, humans used to be witches and wizards and mages and all that kind of thing, but they've died out and the craft is almost gone. And so not only is she a mage, but she also is something far greater. Because in this world, and you don't just have magic inherently. You borrow your magic from creatures and things that lend it to you, like fairies or neighbors as they are called in this series. And so, but she is an oddity. She seems to absorb this power and store it in her. So she has this great untapped potential, and you're still not really given the full picture as to exactly what she is, because she definitely seems to be something that bad people might want, and it gives you that question of whether Elias is a good guy. I mean, he seems like a very, he seems like a respectable guy that kind of has that dark past kind of thing going on for him. See, so far the story started out with them learning about her abilities. She's learning about the world around her that she's been able to see but hasn't really ever understood, because everyone thought she was crazy because no one else could ever see it. And so basically the other twist in this, seems like kind of the comedy part of this a little bit, is that it's called, as you can see, it was called The Ancient Magus Bride. And so basically he also tells her that he has bought her to make her his wife. And so at first you thought it was joking, and now it looks like he's serious, so that's going to be another side part of this. It's obviously the name of the series, so I'm sure it's going to tie in more as the series goes along. So anyway, guys, this has been my first take on The Ancient Magus Bride. I am not going to necessarily give you a recommendation, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, which in turn, kind of gives you an idea. I cannot wait for the next volume to come out. I can't wait for it to come out. I'll probably end up pre-ordering it. And so I'm definitely going to keep buying this series because I really enjoy it. It's by 7 Seas, has the licensing for this series, and they are releasing it. I'm not quite sure when the second volume comes out. This one came out not obviously very long ago. So it'll probably be a couple months, maybe a little less than that, maybe a little bit more. But you guys get the gist of that. So this has been my first take on The Ancient Magus Bride. I really enjoyed it, and I really can't wait for the next volume. Anyway, guys, I have been Fatal Ferret, and I will see you next time back on the prowl. Bye-bye.